On today's Tuesday Talk, we are answering a question from a viewer involving, do we need time apart? Do we get to fighting if we're together all the time too much? What if it's raining? What if it's bad weather? Generally, questions like that.
I'll let you take the lead on this one.
Actually, we do fine. I think it's because we're both introverts and we are okay being quiet in the Airstream together. But we will actually spend almost every hour of the day together, and we don't really ever fight.
Yeah, we don't. I guess if you were two type A personalities, you might be more susceptible to fighting, but we're not. I'd say she's type A, but I'm really not. As long as, well, you're more type A than I am. You're closer on the spectrum to type A than I would be. So as far as I'm concerned, as long as at the end of the day we do things that we like, I don't much care how we do it.
Yeah.
So it makes it a little bit easier, I think, that way, from just deciding on what to do and how to decide on things and things like that. So yeah. I mean, it gets easier because of that.
Yeah, Steve's pretty flexible. He's pretty easygoing about almost everything. So that makes it easier. And then we just don't, we're fine sitting together in the Airstream. We don't need that space. If we really need it, we could take walks away from each other or something. But often we go on walks together because when we're in the Airstream, half the time we're not talking to one another. We're working on our own stuff. And when we go for a walk, sometimes we'll actually discuss what's going on. So for us, it's not really a big issue. We know that this can be a problem with some other people. Steve's very popular, if you're hearing that noise.
I think the bottom line is we're not just sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah.
And if you have a purpose to your life, which you really need, especially if you're in a 200 square foot RV or any RV, if you don't have a purpose, you're going to be bored, you're going to be bothering the other person, and things are going to
separate hobbies.
Things will be more, you'll be more susceptible to arguments. But when you're both busy, even if you're around each other, if you're both busy and you're entertaining yourself effectively, then it becomes easier not to get in each other's way.
Exactly. So we have separate hobbies. This was brought up in one of our other Tuesday Talks. Someone mentioned this. I knit, I read. Steve's often on his computer doing all of the stuff that Steve does on the computer, some business related stuff, some not. Most of his hobbies relate to the computer. So that's mostly where Steve is.
That's true.
And then I could be knitting or reading or watching something or cooking or something like that. But yeah, we have our separate hobbies. We have our own things to do, and that kind of keeps us occupied and not frustrated with one another, I guess. But if there are ways to get out there and to have separate time and separate space, if that is something that's necessary in the relationship, or if you have more than two people in the rig, you can go for walks. You can close doors, so we can close off the bedroom from the front room. And so if one of us wants to take a nap or wants quiet, we both often use headphones because we don't want to make the other person listen to whatever we're doing. And so being considerate that way and making sure that you're keeping yourself quiet so the other person can do what they want to do, that helps a lot too. So
yeah, it does.
So hopefully that answers your question. If you have a question for a future Tuesday Talk, please leave it in the comments below because we are always looking for new ideas for questions. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time.
That's right.
Bye, guys.
Bye. That was so well done, Courtney.
Well, thank you.
You're very welcome. Let's not fight about it.